everybody, and welcome to another video. If you're an Old World fan, and I know a lot of you are, then you may be excited to know that the next army after the Empire is going to be the Elves. So yeah, at LVO Preview, we got to see the next army, and this is probably one of the biggest ones to come out because there is some serious amount of kit coming from this army. So it is the Elves. Yeah, the High Elves are coming to the tabletop, and they have a brand new battalion box. Now the High Elves had a pretty impressive range of miniatures at the end of Fantasy's life in 8th edition, and it was in probably one of the biggest entire plastic kits ranges for the game, and they were pretty much the poster boys for 8th edition, to be completely fair. They were in the army, the starter box, and everybody had High Elves. I've even got some High Elves in my cabinet behind me. This box is brilliant. It comes with 66 miniatures, which is pretty impressive for a battalion, and you get 32 spearmen, 32 archers, 2 chariots, and you can essentially either build the chariots as the normal chariots or the white lion chariots. Now, there's also the Arcane Journal, and they talked a bit about the Arcane Journal in the live stream, and it's very, very cool. There's a lot of stuff in here, but one of the biggest parts about it is apparently there is like a conversion guide on how to use your spearmen and archers to build, you've guessed it, probably the Thorian Sea Guard, and some of the other units as well, of sort of mixing and matching and coming. Now they did say that there are other new stuff coming for this army that we haven't been shown yet, and I'm going to point out one of the biggest things missing out of all of the reveals from the old world, be it in the rulebook and in this article and this reveal, and I'll get to that at the end. But we've got that, and we've got the decals, and we've got some pretty new cool characters. We've got this guy, the Lord of Chase. He's going to be in probably Forge World Resin, which is really kind of cool. I really quite like this. He's a really nice miniature. And we have this new character, Ishra Vest, the Sentinel of the Silent Isles, which is kind of cool. She's kind of sort of the leader of Lothorian Sea Guard. Which makes me kind of think that I've got a feeling that one of the new units that we may see for the army is a Lothlorien Sea Guard unit, a new kit for the Sea Guard, which would be quite nice. Obviously, we've got the Alarian Reavers are coming back, which are really, really, really cool. They're really nice. They're beautiful models. Look at the paint jobs on them. Obviously, old models given a new paint job, beautiful. So there's some returning plastic kits. The dragon, the dragon. I love this model. It's kind of probably one of the first plastic dragons GW did. This dragon is beautiful. The dark elf dragon, the black dragon, is probably way better, but this is really nice. You can have a lord on there, and you can also have your mage as well. The Phoenixes that were in Age of Sigmar 3rd edition not too long ago, last year, and then got dropped because obviously Cities of Sigmar, are now back, and they've gone back to their original home of the old world, and it's kind of cool to see them back on the table. Always a big fan of the Phoenixes and the elf lord who rides them. And then we have a load of returning plastics. We've got the Lord, the Mounted Lord, and the Banner Bearer. We've got the Wizards. And we've got this sort of like Lawmaster sort of battle mage type guy. And then we have some classics. Some Dragon Princes. We've got the Silver Helms. We have I believe they are the Lothlorien Sea Guard. So maybe we're not going to see a Lothlorien Sea Guard unit. But that's the Sea Guard. You got them in the Islands of Blood set. It's good that they're actually coming out in big, massive regiments and big boxes of at least 40 by the looks of it, which is kind of cool. And you get obviously the Phoenix Guard, which again were in Cities of Sigmar for not too long ago, but are now back. A nice full plastic kit. Beautiful, beautiful models. The High Elf range has always been pretty impressive. And that's not all. We have Swordmasters of Hoeth, which looks like you're going to get like 20 of them, and they're literally just one-piece plastics. Again, they come in the Islands of Blood set. The plastic White Lions, these guys, which were the weird sort of hunters, and the sort of the other Silent Sister things, normal spearmen, which really should have been given a new kit, and the archers, which are used to be able to mix those two kits together to build Lithorian Sea Guard, but then they kind of released that one monopose unit in the Islands of Blood, and then we got that. But that's not all. We also have the eagle pulling the sky chariot, and we have bolt throwers, and we have normal chariots. And then we have some metal kits. We have these guys, which we already seen this guy get leaked, so we knew he was coming back. And more. There's even more elves. Now, one of the things you may have noticed is something missing. And I have talked about this in a number of videos regarding the old world and the High Elves in general. I think one of the new models that we are going to see is the Lord on the Griffin. And this little thing right here. I think we're going to see it. I think we're going to see that miniature. Because it's the one thing that they've not shown. And I think if that miniature was coming back like the rest of the plastics, he would be in this article right now. He would be in here front and center. Here's a returning kit. But he's not. And he's the only thing from the Islands of Blood set that hasn't been shown. Everything else has come back apart from him. And I think that's because there's going to be a new plastic kit with a High Elf Lord on a Hippogriffin, and I think that's happening. I'd be shocked if it doesn't happen. Absolutely shocked. But yeah. Now that's not all for the old world. Obviously, they also teased us this, and we kind of knew this was coming, and it's the new Bray Shaman, and he's the character that is in their the army list for them. And he's a really, really nice model. The Beasts of Chaos are an army I am definitely excited for the old world. I've got my Bretonnians. If I was going to do another army for the old world, it would be 100% Beastmen, because they're just so cool and they're so iconic for fantasy. But there's the some of the old classic artwork. There's apparently some artwork of him in the book, and it's just really cool. And then we got the roadmap. Now, obviously, a roadmap for the old world is kind of pointless because we kind of already know what's to come. So the Empire are out. They've just revealed the High Elves. There's more High Elves to show us, which I think we'll probably see in March. And then we've got more to come, which is the Beastmen and the Wood Elves. So yeah, that was a no-brainer. So, that's that. But it's nice to see that they actually did one, even though it's pointless. Now, I will say this, and in the live stream, Nick did drop a very cryptic clue. He turned around and said that these are the next two factions, i.e. Beastmen and Wood Elves, and then he said there are much more to come. Now, did Games Workshop just confirm that they're going to be doing the Legends units? Or is this a hint at something that they've kind of shown us before, but then stopped? And I'm telling you, I'm thinking it's the Kislev. I think the Kislev are on the horizon. I think we're going to see the Kislev coming to the old world very, very soon. And I think the Cathay are also going to be coming. I've said it multiple times in other videos. I still stand by this now. I think we're going to see it. Will we also see the Chaos Dwarfs? I think we'll see the Chaos Dwarfs in Age of Sigmar before we see them in the Old World. But it's definitely Kislev and Cathay are definitely coming. and I think it's going to happen. So yeah, mark my words. But yeah, that's the old world. So that's the video. Yeah, it's really cool. Like, if you're a High Elf fan, like, holy crap, you have like way more kits and units in plastic than any other army. It is crazy the size of the High Elf range. Absolutely amazing, and I'm really interested to see what new plastics. Because bear in mind, they didn't show anything really new other than two characters on foot. They haven't really shown anything. They've not shown anything big, and I'd be intrigued. Intrigued. Basically, what they've kind of shown is the Empire equivalent of the battle mages that we kind of got. The wizards, the three wizards. It's kind of what the High Elves have had. But they've kind of been clever. I'm gonna go back and watch the video again, because when they did it before, they kind of shown the the two Empire characters very quickly, and I'm just gonna have a scan and see if I can spot anything. But we probably won't. But either way, yeah, it's impressive. It's very cool to see it. I'm loving the fact that the old world is getting so much love, and it's really, really cool. But yeah, awesome. Right, that's the video, everybody.